Have you ever said something out loud, just once, and then boom, an ad for it shows up on your phone? You didn't search it, you didn't text it, you just spoke it into the air. Cat food, hiking boots, breakup counseling, and suddenly Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok is all over it. Coincidence? Or is your phone listening to you? Today we're diving deep into a modern mystery that millions have noticed, but honestly, few really understand. This is the creepy truth behind voice data, app permissions, and what your smartphone might actually be hearing. Let's start with what people are experiencing. A guy on TikTok says I want to buy red sneakers next to his phone, and an hour later, boom, ads for red Nikes. A woman casually mentions wanting to get pregnant, and suddenly her feed is flooded with baby name lists and prenatal vitamins. These aren't isolated stories, they're everywhere. People are joking about it online, but the pattern is just too weird to ignore. And the scariest part? No search history, no texts, no posts, just spoken words picked up by a phone sitting nearby. So what's really going on? Let's look at the official word from the companies who make these apps. Facebook: we do not use your phone's microphone to inform ads. Google: we only access audio when a voice command is triggered, like, "Hey Google." Instagram and TikTok: we require microphone access only when needed, like for voice messages or videos. Sounds fine, right? Except, there's a huge problem. Just because they say they aren't actively listening doesn't mean your microphone isn't picking up and processing sound. Apps often request microphone access at install, and many keep it enabled, even when they're not actively recording. Think of it like this: your phone may not be recording 24/7, but it might be buffering, detecting, and tagging audio events. In other words, listening enough. Let's talk real evidence. In 2019, Vice ran an experiment. They talked around their phones about mattresses, vacations, and dog toys, then monitored their ad feeds. Within days, they started seeing highly specific, related ads. YouTubers have done the same, saying I'm thinking of going back to school 10 times and suddenly getting ads for online universities and scholarship sites. Coincidence? Maybe. But in machine learning, patterns don't require your mic to be recording 24/7. They just need enough input, location, behavior, app usage, speech triggers, to simulate surveillance. And that's exactly what might be happening. Here's where it gets even sketchier. If you're watching this, do this after the video. Open your phone settings, go to privacy, then microphone, and see how many apps have mic access right now. Chances are, you'll find 5, 10, maybe even 20 apps that really don't need your mic, but have access anyway. Even apps like shopping tools, note apps, or weather widgets can request audio access in the background. Why? Because audio data is, honestly, incredibly valuable. It tells companies how you talk, what you're interested in, where you are, and even your emotional state. That data can be tagged, sold, and used for profiling. And if you've got smart speakers like Alexa, Google Home, or even Siri always on standby, they're constantly listening for wake words, but could easily buffer other sounds in the process. So, is your phone recording you all the time? Probably not in the way Hollywood makes it seem. But is it listening, reacting, and targeting based on audio cues? The evidence strongly suggests yes. And it's not just microphones, it's combined data. Your GPS, your browsing habits, who you're around, what you say, what you pause on, and what you scroll past. All of this becomes a profile so accurate the system knows what you'll want before you do. And that's not magic. That's surveillance marketing. Here's the truth. You're not crazy. You're not paranoid. You're just living in the most targeted era of digital advertising ever created. So next time your phone shows you something you only talked about, remember, it might not be a coincidence. Check your settings, revoke mic access, question every permission. Because in a world where your devices are always on, privacy is no longer assumed. It's something you have to fight for. If this video creeped you out or confirmed what you've suspected, drop a comment below. What ads have shown up for you right after you spoke something out loud? Hit like if you want a part 2 where we test this theory live. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into tech, privacy and the stuff they don't want you asking questions about, because sometimes they really are listening.